J'ai envie de vomir.
Sup-dee-doo lady loos. So after quite a few lame suggestions over the moons, Mr. Always Watchin' has finally made a good find. Even I, the great idol of your dreams, did not know of this thing Jog's existence. Pigs, we be talking about the legend of Ignaqua. I checked it on this Brick Films wiki things and that has it's listed as a 57-minute movie, but on this YouTube thing it's in 10 different part, not sure if it's a movie or a series.
Suivez-moi, jeune Matoran, et n'oubliez pas le masque.
Also this thing is in French or something. Look at it, boys, like the first second in, and it is already better than all of Noah Productions' videos. Them characters actually look like they belong there, and they interact with the ground, which is not something you will find in Mr. and P. Boys movies.
Make your peace with Marinui. You and yours are about to be swept away.
Look at them move across terrain. It is more than a green screen boy spinning in a circle while a flat background slides by him. Green screening in some ground with your character can be a much good idea. Now we get to a main thing this video does like num boys else really. Dem faces boys, dis face, dat face, all da faces.
Maxilorbe. Quelle nouvelle, ma...
Look at him squirming around like you just put a bit much in yo needle this morning. Now putting aside if you find these look as disturbing or not, it's at least a bit impressive when someone actually animates the talking scenes instead of just having a still frame.
And I hate explaining things to Takadox.
Those with what I've seen so far, albeit he never does a face-on scene that is truly moving with stop-motion frames, cause looks like all his face is done on still frame and shakes the head around with some puppet tool or something. Check it out, boys, I too can puppet somebody's face. Now this guy's got some 3D backgrounds, but I'll bet he did not make them. Like, why are they walking around in Stonehenge instead of in some bonkle looking place? Now as you can see, his stop motion leaves a lot to be desired. Basically the only smooth parts are him using frame blending. Even the simple motions are choppy trash. Oh yuck, I have noticed whenever someone is trying to show they're a filthy special effects boy, they do some POV thing to try seem cool and junk. All these overrated effects boys seem to do this. I kinda can't tell if they're stop motion or a video footage. He can't even do smooth shots right where we are sure it's actually truly is stop motion walking and not video footage. At least he is trying to have a moving crowd shot.
Vagama, Nokama. Alors voici la cause.
L'endroit est désert.
Oh.
Look at that NP, it's a talking scene that is not totally just static back and forth images.
Of salt, the high mountains. Most of the area around the city is still a mystery, you know?
Not surprising. Remember the history. Some trouble bad happened, and we in our city wound up beneath the sea. If the impact hadn't distributed the fields of air, setting free source of small...
Ce masque de Toa appartient assurément à l'ordre de Matanui.
ARG, that light mask with that tiny mouth. That walking looks weird as buns sometimes. Oh yes, the peeps actually match in with the darkness.
Le masque de Matanui.
De Matanui?
Un masque de Toa.
Darmesco d'Artois.
Ils bâtirent une citadelle puissante.
Yeah, you can bet he stole the model for that city. OLALA, see that? He is behind the gate and also in front of it. This lad has detail like that sometimes which you would not see with Mr. You-Know-Who. And even though this scene technically is not that great, it's still, well, you get it by now.
Grâce à ta vision de nuit, vous pourrez leur échapper. Quant à moi, je vais...
Oh look, he has lightsabers. Can't wait to see him swing those things. Oh, are there just to make him fly?
Dans le ciel des ranouilles.
That laugh, bro. This scene looks pretty lifelike, but it's probs just cause some smoke video is in our way and trying to hide that frame blending.
On y va comment?
Aquatique du surf des sables.
Fais attention au masque!
Pas de problème!
Look at that, you flipping pansy. He has like 3 minutes total of water scenes and it looks more like water than yo whole 3 hours of a water movie. Now the frame blending is pretty cheap trick, but it does make these underwater boys look underwatery. Actually makes me surprised Mr. NP, the king of cheap trash himself, did not use it in his underwater movie. On one hand it makes them looking smooth and underwatery, which is everything Ignition 2 did not have, and on the other hand it's a cheap trick. Sorry, I'm not sure if that was commendable or retarded on his part.
Allez, réveille-toi! Bon sang, réveille-toi, dis quelque chose!
This fight scene actually did not look that horrendous like the previous ones. Looks like you're supposed to improve over the course of the long video. Or maybe he just got daddy to make it for him, cause in that wiki thing it said this was made by a dude and his kid. Now I has to say these character builds really suck. Either it's a canon sets with a few changes for the worse, or it's some ugly build like this. Oh yes, this green scene blob of a scene actually has some direction to it, with that roll and hit and stuff.
Mais dis-moi, de quel objet s'agit-il?
Look, army, that moves a bit. Eat yo heart out, shadowed boy.
Une fois pour toutes.
I think his fight have gotten worse than that other decent one we had a while ago. This boy's a racist. Look at all these black people being killed.
Maintenant, à toi, Tanma.
I wonder if 3D scenes makes things easier to put peeps behind sticks. EW, they getting their filthy all over poor Stonehenge.
Que se passe-t-il? Quel est ce sortilège?
Il n'y a pas de sortilège. Amatoran se transforme en Toa.
Well, seems I was right. He doesn't make them talk while they're stop motion moving, maybe have their eyes and still there for a quick head turn, but they never really emoting while moving. So there we go, boys, that movie no one seems to know about. There is indeed a lot of cheapness in there, but some kinda good things too. Defs, this deserves more views than this sad display we have here. At the very least this should have more views than Mr. NP boy. Look at what this noob said about NP in dark comments of Mayor NP vid.
His movies are still among the best from the Bionicle community, even though he is being surpassed recently by other people.
Only recently, he says. Punk, this other movie is 3 years older than even NP boy's oldest most worst movie, and he still has not even surpassed this old guy in his new videos. So he was surpassed was more than just recently. I'd bet some midget noobs would see all these 3D models and crap and think this the best bonkle film, but where's RDA smart boys and can see through the cheap smoke and mirrors, so we know it's only kinda good but not really so great. Hey there Callan, how is our favorite leader today? What have we got here, sir?
Oh, well, that's not mine. I am uploading it for a friend.
Yeah, like this story. Have fun in the meme jail.